Welcome to Muddy River News This Week, furnished by Harvey's. I'm Bob Goff. My guest today is Jenna Hall with the United Way of Adams County. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. We have lots to talk about today.
Yes, we do. Lots going on.
So I guess the first thing to start off with is currently effective, I guess you're going to tell me because you're breaking a little news here, you have an interim director.
Yes, we do. We named our interim director, Nancy Bloom, yesterday. She's going to be starting her new position on December 3rd. So she'll be taking over for Jeremy Wingerter, who has resigned and is, we're wishing him well. He's going to sunnier climates. So.
Well, I'll tell you, this time of year, you don't really regret that.
No. So it'll be good. He wanted to get someone in, rather quickly so that we could, they could work side by side to get trained up and everything before he left. And he's leaving us in a great position. So we're happy for him, but sad for us.
Now, this is an interim executive director
Yes.
position. Has Nancy expressed any interest in maybe being it afterwards, or are you taking resumes? How's the process?
We are taking resumes, and I think that was why they wanted to name an interim, so that they could take their time and really do a thorough search and find the right person for the job. So Nancy is the interim. She was our previous board president.
Right.
So she resigned as the board president, and now our incoming president, Ryan Wicker, has gone ahead and stepped in.
Great.
So.
All right. Well, good people there, and of course you guys are doing great work, and of course you are in your... is there ever not a busy time anymore with United Way?
I don't remember that there ever has been, but I'm sure at some point we've had a down day. But yeah, we're in the middle of campaign season, so of course that's very busy. Restaurant days, we have those, and so we're always busy right now, especially being down a staff member. So it's just been a little crazy.
The capital campaign this year, is it basically? Are we trying anything different? How's the process working this year?
So with me being in that new role, everything is kind of new for me. But we are going strong. We are seeing our campaigns are coming in, and we're super excited, and we're confident, or hopefully confident, that we're going to reach our goal this year. So, just working through the workplace campaigns, we're getting a lot of donations in, and then of course the restaurant days is a huge thing for us. So, so we're really excited about it. Like I said, for me, it's all new. So, but I think everything's going really well, and we've got a huge community support for the organizations.
Yeah, United Way is, again, it's been such an important and critical part of Quincy and the surrounding area for so many years. I think one of the other things that people might not realize that during all the COVID processes, you guys were really very essential in the vetting process. For a lot of times when the county, the Adams County was of course given millions of dollars to use for COVID relief, but they really tried to keep it kind of hands off. And United Way stepped in and a huge part of the vetting process.
Yes, and it was, we were happy to do it. We wanted to help in any way that we could, but it was a big undertaking. We had several different committees that were doing that, because we had the nonprofit side, then we had the business side, as well as individuals. So, with the COVID relief fund that we got for the individuals, we did a case study for those, similar to what we've done in the past with the unmet needs application. And then, of course, with the business and the nonprofit side, it was a little bit more in depth, and we needed a little bit more financial information. So it was a good undertaking.
Right.
But we were happy to do it. And, for me, it was good because I got to learn more about all of the agencies in Quincy, and Jeremy and I worked, side by side on that. So it was a good thing.
When another thing that you've been a huge part of was the community needs assessment. We had Maggie Strong was on a couple weeks ago. We talked about it. I want to get a little more in depth on that with you, and what the United Way and kind of the nuts and bolts of what the next steps are going to be.
Yeah. So Maggie did a great job, and I saw that that news that you guys did, and it was amazing. So what we have done since then is we have started 3 teams, and those teams are poverty, behavioral health, and housing. And so those were the 3 needs that came out of the assessment, the 3 biggest needs. And so we've started those committees, and they're working really hard. They're meeting twice a month right now, and they've got their goals set. They've got what they're wanting to accomplish, and they are really hammering out some things. So we're really lucky, and they're not they're not small committees. We have a great group of people. We have a good variety of people, from business men and women to nonprofit people to just volunteers in the community to retirees. I mean, we've got a great mix of everybody on the committees. And so it's really great to see. I've been sitting in on some of them, and it's great to see the diversity of the people and just being able to get different viewpoints from everybody. So.
And housing has become such a critical need, because it was the number one need that our employers were saying, look, we need our people who we want to move here to fill these jobs we can't find decent places for them to live.
Right.
That's been a huge undertaking. The county is wanting to set aside $1 million once the new study is done that the state funded, that Greta is kind of running. So when you're part of it that determines, okay, now you guys have said housing is one of the 3 needs. Will that committee then kind of work hand in hand with what Greta's going to do with its study to kind of have an overall more comprehensive look on how we can solve this problem?
Absolutely, and Kyle is on the committee, so that's really handy. But yes, so it's really helpful, and we're hoping to find some solutions to come out of that, and then at that point, who knows what it will look like. United Way is really the facilitator. And so sometimes I think people go, oh, well, what's United Way going to do? We're going to build houses. That's not really what our goal is. We just really want to facilitate and help to create the change. And then those committees will come up with the, what their parameters are on their own, which is good, because we don't want to be the ones saying, hey, we should be doing this, right? The city and the committee and the people that live here, they are the ones that need to come up with these solutions, and they really are. They're doing great. There's a couple different teams, subcommittees inside that housing team, and like I said, they've got some great ideas, and they're working towards some pretty specific measurable goals. They don't want to just meet to meet, which I love, because I'm not all about having a committee meeting that doesn't go anywhere.
A committee to have a committee to talk about a committee is never any fun.
Yes.
Well, I think for the house, like you said, just get your tool belt, hang some drywall, you'll be great.
Right, I can do that. I can do that.
And I guess the other when you talk about you mentioned facilitating, and really that's kind of what United Way's done for years, in the fact that when you have your campaign and you have this money, and then the non-for-profits will make their pitches. I mean, instead of just everybody, and again, when you give the United Way, you can also designate, hey, I'd like it to go to charity X, nonprofit X.
Yeah.
But that's, again, it's sort of just, this is all a part of what the United Way's overall mission really is, isn't it?
Yes, and I love that. Before I came to work for the United Way, I really didn't understand that. And being here in my role for 3 years now, I really do understand it now, and it's amazing. I mean, we get to do the hard work of the fundraising so that these agencies can go out and serve, and that's what we really want to do, is we want to take some of that off their plate so that they can go out and be doing the good work that we need them to do in our community.
And, but that doesn't mean that those other organizations still aren't going to kind of do their own thing when they need to. Like, they'll have their own capital campaigns.
Sure. Oh, yes.
Like that.
Yes, some of them do.
And, but you're really there. It's like, hey, if another agency has a specific need, and especially in like an emergency or crisis situation, which we saw so much during COVID,
yes,
you guys have really been instrumental in sort of being a bridge and helping keep things going.
Yes. And we, and we love doing that. We love our partner agencies, and we have a lot of community partners that we don't fund, that we still work with. So it's amazing. I've never been in a role like this before, where we all get to work hand in hand and we all get along and we all are working towards the same goals for our community. And so it's amazing. I feel really blessed to work for this organization. So
yeah, you've only been there for 3 years. I thought it would
only
seem like
3
longer.
years. It seems like longer.
Yeah.
Jeremy and I joked. Yeah, we joked about it. Like during COVID, we didn't know what our real jobs were. So we joked that we actually, have been there longer.
Well, yeah, COVID did kind of make everybody seem like it was an extra 2 or 3 years. It was added to everything,
It really
right?
did feel that way, yeah.
So, well, all right, I'll tell you what. It's thank you for stopping by. I'm glad we were able to have this chat. And again, please send us anything.
I forgot one more thing, too.
Please, go
One
ahead.
more thing. Good News of Christmas.
Yes.
So that's already kicked off. We have 33 families this year that we're wanting to help. And the Volunteer Center opens the Monday after Thanksgiving in the Quincy Mall, or Quincy Town Center rather, and it's going to be just west of the Fountain Court. So between QMG and Slumberland will be the Volunteer Center. and we need shoppers and wrappers and
Sure.
donations and all those good things. So it'll be hoping to make good Christmas for all these families.
Oh, it is that time of year.
It is. I know.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Well, again, thanks for
Yes.
stopping by.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We'll talk to you later. And again,
Yep.
keep us posted on the great things going on
Sounds
with United
good.
Way.
Thank you so much.
That's all the time we have for now. I'm Bob Goff. Have a great week.